Massimo De Lutiis will be a Wallaby. The Queensland Red prop has officially confirmed he's signing on the dotted line and staying in Brisbane until 2029. However, this issue isn't quite over for me. I do have some further thoughts. I kind of want to preface this kind of point that Australia is we're not completely innocent of the sort of situation that's transpired with Massimo De Lutiis. I'm not going to name names, but let's just say we've taken a lot of talent from Pacific nations over the years. But at least in that regard, we're trying to change that with the introduction of Moana Pacifica and the Fijian Drua and more regular test matches at least. But in this particular instance, the whole situation around Massimo De Lutiis has been one that has been very, very concerning. Massimo was not a player who was someone on the outer fringes of Australian rugby. He wasn't someone who was likely not going to have their chance to wear a national jersey like your Sione Tuipulotus, like your Mac Hansons, like your Jack Dempseys, like your Tom Staniforths, all of whom have now gone over and done brilliantly for other nations. They have their total right to do that. You should never also get angry at a player about this, because it's a finite career. Players only get a certain amount of time to make it rain, and if they see an opportunity overseas, they should take it. The idea that Ireland would try and go for a player who is of significant national interest, that changes things significantly. It's basically, we want to try and get the best possible talent that we can. We've seen that you've put all of this investment into this player, and we're going to take him. That's what we're going to do. We have the money, and we're going to take him. Yes, it happened in Australia, and maybe that colours my judgment somewhat, because we've started to notice more and more players going overseas from Australia and doing very, very well. But in the case of Massimo, Australia under-20s player, has come through the entire Australian system. Australian A capped player, has been in the last 3 or 4 Wallabies camps. He's the only uncapped player. The only reason why he's not capped is because he's been injured. So for the idea that you can just come in, sweep in and offer him a contract, frankly, it's just you're trying to poach the best talent. And that sets a very, very dangerous precedent in terms of qualifications and how these qualification systems are used. There's a very, very great piece that I strongly recommend you read on this by Ian Payton, which came out late last week. He was the first one who kind of dropped the news that Massimo was staying, which also talks about how Australia is leading changes to the actual regulations and the cost of actually taking a player. Australia is calling for several changes to this program and to these systems, and frankly, yes, this needs to happen. This conversation isn't over. Long and the short of it, this conversation isn't over. It extends beyond Australian rugby. When it comes to qualifications for other nations, when it comes to qualifications for other teams, when it comes to eligibility internationally, this sort of situation, trying to grab a player that actually is of genuine national interest to another nation, this conversation isn't over. Long and short of it.